Hey, what's going on guys? Here back again with another video, and today I'm just going to be pushing some more ladder with this hog cycle deck. I did film a video with it yesterday, but it didn't go as well as I had hoped. I kind of ended up tilting, but I managed to push back up a little bit, so yeah, let's just jump into it. Alright, so for this video, a few things I wanted to note. Firstly, I am going to keep it a little quieter because my mom and my brother are both asleep upstairs. We've got multiple doors in the way, so it shouldn't be a problem, but I do want to make sure not to wake them up just because, you know, they've had pretty busy days, so I don't want to get in the way of their sleep. And also, I am kind of experimenting with a new hand cam position. Let me know what you guys think, which one you guys prefer in the description or in the comments down below. Not really sure which one I like more. This one is definitely a lot easier to set up because rather than setting it up for every single individual video, I can kind of just always leave it on top of my monitor and, you know, don't really have to worry about that extra step if I want to film. So, just let me know what you guys prefer. I can do either one. But yeah, I guess jumping into the video here, up against a hog mortar deck. It's definitely kind of a relic from the past. Haven't really seen much of this deck or any deck like it recently. I mean, mortar is still kind of prevalent up top, but it's not nearly as popular as it used to be. And yeah, so I think we should have a pretty decent matchup. I mean, we obviously have Mini P.E.K.K.A. for his Hog Rider, and then we have Earthquake for Mortar. Fun fact, or I guess not a fun fact, but just a mechanic that is pretty useful for this matchup. If he does play a Mortar at the bridge, if I go a Hog Earthquake on top of it, the Mortar will get no damage. So that is good. Not the best defense there, but also not the worst. And I'm thinking of going with a Hog Earthquake in the other lane. He just used Valkyrie and Zap, so all he really has is Musketeer and Mortar, but I obviously do have Earthquake, and yeah, there it is right there. Okay, so he does have Bats, which is going to be a bit of a nuisance for us. Can't really take that out, so Hog's going to get no damage there, but we are still pretty even going into double elixir time right now. We got Mini P.E.K.K.A. next cards, so we should be able to defend his next Hog push, which is definitely about to come down. If he doesn't go into Hog Push, I think I might go for another Hog of my own. Just keep the pressure. My deck does cycle a lot faster than his does, so we should be able to do that pretty consistently throughout the match. Did kind of make a mistake there. I didn't think he was going to be able to cycle the Mortar that fast, so I wasn't really worried about him pulling my Mortar over, but he definitely took advantage of my misplay there and got a nice hit on tower. So well played to you, Mr. Hero. I thought I had that on lockdown, but I guess I didn't, so I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. And we're going to go with a regular Hog Earthquake. Did miss the Mortar with the Earthquake, but I don't really care about him chipping that lanes. It's not even getting a hit, so that's okay. My Hog, it's not going to connect to the tower, that's alright. Alright, so we're going to go for a Hog defense here. Get my Ice Golem down to defend against the Bats. He did do a very good job of baiting out my Mini P.E.K.K.A. there, but I'm going to try and make it so he can't take advantage of that. And by the time he plays a Hog, then I'll have another Mini P.E.K.K.A. in tow. Maybe we'll even get a Hog hit? No. I don't remember the last time I got a Hog hit. It's been a while, hasn't it? Okay. So Magic Archer chip damage is going to be something that I'm looking for going into the rest of the match as well. He might already be back to another Hog Rider. No, he's not. Okay, so he's probably going to Fireball the Magic Archer. If not, then he's going to have to spend a lot of elixir defending it. Looks like he's going to do the ladder, so kind of a weird play there. Not what I would have done necessarily, but I guess he does end up... He doesn't end up getting a Hog hit, but it didn't cause him too much trouble. He's going to Fireball this one for sure. I guess that was his objective, just deal with that one normally and then Fireball the next. Okay, so we do hit the Mortar with that Earthquake. That is good. That's where we kind of see that interaction. Doesn't really matter too much because he's not going for my left tower, but it's just something that I'm glad I'm able to show off while we keep playing. Alright, so he's going to go with a Hog here. Alright, yeah, there's the Hog Rider. I guess he was waiting to see if I would stop his Valkyrie at the bridge, but I'm not going to fall for that trick. That's alright. Okay, let's go for another Hog with the Earthquake. He is going to Fireball everything, so that was a good Fireball from him. Mini P.E.K.K.A. does swing at the other lane, but it doesn't really matter too much. He doesn't have Fireball right now, so I can play Magic Archer pretty carefree. And then we'll go for another Hog Rider at the bridge. Looks like it's going to end up being a base race, but we should come out on top. Actually, no, we kind of both transitioned right into defense as soon as we started pushing. But we are going to take his tower faster. It's going to be GG for game one. Let's see where we end up on the leaderboard. That was a really well played game by both sides. I did make a little bit of mistakes in the beginning. I let him get a little too much hog damage, but 160th global, pretty good. Let's see if we can get into the top 100. All right, up against a Japanese player here. Just for some context, I guess, as to when I'm filming this video, my shop did just reset, so that means it is 3 a.m. That's when my shop resets. Don't really know why that is, but that's okay. Not really sure. I didn't really notice it was that late until I just got that notification. Shop has new cards. Time to go to bed. Well, I'm going to keep filming. I want to get this video out tomorrow. As I've mentioned over the past few videos, I am having oral surgery on Tuesday, so not really too nervous about that. I just want to keep up the consistency of daily uploads. While the time might range for a few hours from maybe like 9 p.m. to 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern, I still do want to have a new video out for you guys every day. So on your way to school or whatever, or you can just check and see some new hazard content. All right, looks like we're up against 2.6 here. Hog is really popping off in the meta, hasn't it? I should have a pretty decent matchup against 2.6. The only thing I have to worry about is not giving him too much fireball value against my magic archer. We're going to always try to be playing that in the opposite lane of his hog pushes, and then we don't want to go too aggressive with our earthquakes. A lot of the times that I've lost this matchup is when I go a hog earthquake early in single elixir, and then he just ends up logging the hog rider, and it doesn't get any hits even though I did a hog earthquake. So it looks like he's not going to go hog there. I was kind of worried about that because I didn't have mini P.E.K.K.A in hand, so we kind of got away with one there. He definitely outcycled us, but maybe it wasn't maybe wasn't too aware of that. That's okay. Sorry, I am slowing my words. I am a little bit tired. I wouldn't really recommend playing the game at 3 a.m. A lot of my friends kind of have that habit though, so I've followed suit. Even like just a few hours ago, I was on a call with like OP Sam and Buff Mac and all these other people, and for me it was like, I don't know, what time was it? For me it was like 8 or 9 p.m., which means for them it was going into the early hours like 3, 4 in the morning. Alright, so he is kind of aware of my earthquake, so he's making sure not to use cannon, because I would have easily earthquaked that and then gotten a lot of damage. Although he did use a fireball on defense, which is normally not what you want to be doing, especially against Magic Archer. I mean, he has 2.6, so it's not like he's going to have a hard time cycling back to it, but it is just something that he has to be aware of. My Magic Archer could have gotten a lot of value there. Fortunately, it didn't really pay off, but that's okay. So this one I am going to go with the earthquake with. We do catch the cannon, and the bats do make their way to the tower. Hog doesn't get there, but it does force him into playing a fireball, and we get to cycle back to Hog. We kind of are outcycling 2.6 here. I mean, this is kind of the wonders of this deck. Although even though we have a lot more expensive cycle, he has to spend so much elixir and so much time just trying to deal with my Magic Archer that even though he cycles a lot faster than us, it feels like we're able to apply a lot more pressure. So there's that Magic Archer paying off at the bridge. He's going to firewall that, but that's just going to be a free Magic Archer hit. And then we're already back to another Hog Earthquake. So this is going very well. He's trying to take advantage of my aggressiveness, but I don't think that's going to pay off very well for him. He doesn't really have much to defend my Hog, and we're going to get 2 hits plus an Earthquake, and he's only going to get 1 hit. So he's going with a good game here. He knows that once we got into a good cycle, it's pretty much going to be game over no matter what he does. So yeah, really successful game 2 here. Don't think we're going to be in the top 100 quite yet, but let's see where we ended up. Dun, 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 dun. Plus 23, that's a heck of not a lot of trophies. Only 125th in the world. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say only, but only compared to the fact that we were just, what, 100 and... I don't remember. Maybe 160th? I don't know. All right, let's just jump to the next one. Alright, so up against Vulcan here. Vulcan obviously has been a Clash Royale League player for the past few seasons. He recently announced that he is not going to be playing in the major leagues of CR for any longer because he just doesn't personally enjoy playing as a professional player, which I can understand. I mean, we do kind of have a great community. We're all very good friends, but it is a lot of pressure, and there's a lot of, like, a lot of pressure. Especially when you consider things that, you don't have any control over, like matchups or, whether you get played or just stuff like that. So I can understand why he wants to take a step down from that. I mean, he's been playing for 3 years and he's made a lot of I don't know, he's made a big name for himself, so I feel like he should be able to do that if he wants to. And I don't know why am I rambling about this? Okay, the deck that he's playing looks like it's just some sort of bridge spam deck. Maybe like a bridge spam with, I think he's got Ram Rider. I mean, he could have Battle Ram, and he could have something completely different, but just knowing that he is Healer and Bandit, I think that it's most likely Ram Rider. Although Night Witch, yeah, no, this is definitely the Ram Rider one. Okay, so the nice thing about this matchup, unless I am just clueless and he fireballed my first Magic Archer, okay, I am just clueless. I was gonna say I don't think he has a big spell because some of the decks only use like Barbaro and Snowball especially with Ram Rider Cycle, but I guess I stand corrected already. I guess I'll keep going. The nice thing about this matchup is that he doesn't have anything for Hog Rider necessarily. I mean, Healer is like okay, Bandit's okay, Night Witch is okay. Ram Rider is obviously pretty good against Hog Rider, but I mean, let's say he plays Ram Rider here, he's just going to be playing it into our bats, and they're going to get a lot of value, and I can maybe spend only 1 or 2 elixir stopping it. Although it didn't really work out there. He played a nice Ewiz, which killed my bats and almost stuck my Hog Rider. My Hog did get 1 hit, so that was, I guess, a pretty even interaction, and going into double elixir. Like I said in the last matchup against 2.6, we're just going to make sure to play Magic Archer in the opposite lane, try to cause a little bit of, you know, pressure and just make him react to it while also not giving him fireball value against my tower. Okay, so let's see if he zaps. He doesn't do anything against those bats. They're going to take out the bandit nicely. We get a nice log on the tower just to get a little bit of chip damage, but looks like he's revving up to do a huge push. I'm kind of interested to see if he plays Magic Archer the bridge here. So there it is. Alright, let's see if we can catch that. Come on, Mini P.E.K.K.A. Oh no, Ram Rider always breaks through. That's kind of how it feels anyways. Alright, so we definitely had to spend a lot of elixir there. I'm definitely on the lower end of the game now. Alright, let's try to push opposite lane, make it harder for him to build another Goliath push like what he got all his damage with. We're going to try to pull stuff away, but this looks like it's going to be GG. Even if I do manage to stop this Ram Rider, which I won't be able to, he would have just been able to play Magic Archer the bridge or Fireball Cycle me out. So we'll play the Vulcan. Let's hop into one last game. Actually, I think I'll leave it there for the video. 168th global with this Hog deck. Pretty good. We'll see if we can try to push out more for tomorrow's video. Maybe use some different decks. I know I used this deck 2 days in a row, but I'm just really liking it. And after yesterday's kind of failure of a pushing video, I wanted to see how far I can push this deck on camera. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the support lately. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.